Bionic Gloves presents the Hands-On Golf Podcast, bringing anatomy and hand function to the forefront of glove design to improve comfort, fit, and performance. Bionic is a division of Hilrich & Bradsby Company, makers of Louisville Slugger bats and ball gloves. Bionic gloves are the only gloves designed by a leading orthopedic hand surgeon, Dr. Jim Kleinert.
Welcome everyone to this edition of the Bionic Gloves Hands-On Golf Podcast. My name is Chaz Ra. I'm your host, and I'm here with Barry Bonifield at the Crescent Hill Golf Course in Louisville, Kentucky. Now I'm going to get right into the email, and this one comes in from Brian. And Brian says, Chaz, when using my irons after my tee shot in a fairway or rough, I have trouble taking a divot. I rarely take one, and I often hit the ball across the top, and it goes off running. What can I do to help get under the ball so I have more confidence with my irons? Barry?
Brian, great question and very typical problem. It's one of the ideas you've got maybe a little bit off base, and that is you really do not want to get under the golf ball. It's more of a posture issue and retaining a spine angle issue, and that's what we'll look more at once we get out on the golf course.
Well, great. We're going to do that in just a moment. Now, Brian, remember, just for your participation in this podcast, yes, you're going to get the official Bionic glove. And if you would like to get one as well, it's real easy. Send us a story idea, podcast@bionicgloves.com. Make sure, of course, you give us a story idea and your full name, full mailing address, what size glove you wear, and whether you're right or left-handed. And if we use your story idea for a podcast, we'll send you one. We'll even mail it to you free, no cost. And with that being said, tell all your buddies to go to iTunes and subscribe. Leave us feedback. Let us know what you're thinking. Please send us more email, as it's very important that we hear from you. So now let's go join Barry on the course and see how we can resolve this issue and help Brian become a better golfer.
Okay, Brian. So here we are out on the golf course at Crescent Hill. And let's talk about this. I mentioned just a moment ago that you do not want to get under the golf ball. It's more an issue of your posture and of the angle of the shaft at impact. And let me demonstrate this for you, if you will. When I stand over this golf ball, I want to be sure that when I lean into it, that I bend forward from my waist. So I'm not squatting this way. I'm kind of sitting back into it this way, and I create a definitive angle between my upper half and lower halves of my body. So I'm this way. Now, it's important now that I keep this angle while I swing. So when I take my golf swing, I'm going to turn and stay at this very same angle. So I'm going to take this swing again. And Brian, what you may want to do is across the top of your screen, put a mark over the top of my hat right now with a Sharpie or with something, a little piece of tape. And what I want you to do is see that I stay right at this very same angle. So I take my backswing and I'm still at this same angle. And then when I come down and through, I'm really shifting my weight into my left side while I stay at this very same angle. And even on that little short nothing swing, that ball was hit solidly because that club returned, and I'm still at this very same angle. Then I finish my swing and I can go into a higher finish position. Secondly, not only do I have to retain that posture, but this shaft of this golf club must be leaning slightly forward at impact. And that's where the divot can come from in your swing. If the shaft leans forward, that club will kind of compress down against the ground after striking the golf ball. You never take a divot, you never want to take a divot from hitting behind the golf ball. You want to hit the ball first with the shaft angle slightly forward, and then the divot will come as a byproduct after that happens. That posture angle becomes your number one consideration in being able to repeat and hit the golf ball very solid. For any further questions, be sure to check with your local PGA Pro, and thanks for supporting Bionic.